In the previous episode of Imperial Ambitions.
It looks like Verdenne is being reclaimed at the moment, and then Lubeck has manpower, lots of money. Poland here has a march now of the Teutonic Order.
This is cursed.
And Verdenne is going to be reeling from this war for quite a few years. I think Poland and Dalmatia are going to be the ones that are going to make this quite complicated. Interestingly enough as well, Poland is attacking Livonia right now. This was not planned because the Teutons had Livonia as a vassal.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speed 5. First up, we do have our Game Master. It's actually going to be a different Game Master. It's going to be Lemon Cake today. And welcome to the show.
Well, where do we begin? A lot more earlier fighting and wars than we probably initially expected, especially since we'd assumed players would be wanting a bit more build-up. But as you can see on the bishops, the scoring for them remains relatively consistent, although they, for the most part, have probably the easiest points to gain.
Right now, we are seeing on the screen right now the despots. So France doesn't have any points. Do you expect that to change drastically?
Svevlad, in the general community, is known as the best scaler. I believe in his current setup, he's just gobbling up the free land from Spain and England not existing, and his infrastructure build will go very nice with mercenary to demolish people.
And right now, we are looking at the magnates, and as the viewers can see right now, Lubeck is actually leading at 360 points right now, which is insane.
Lubeck does have one double-edged sword. See, they've got a lot of these points because the magnates gain a lot of points based on how many people they have in their trade league, and Lubeck has been abusing their trade league because of their missions. However, in their missions, they also integrate their trade league into themselves near the end of it, which I'm sure Mises is very itching to do that. But that's also going to completely get rid of their point income as well. So we're going to have to see if he holds off on that.
And now we're looking at the princes, and we have CK Potato and Joss are both tied at 218. So we're actually going to be talking to two of these players in just a moment. So do you expect this to change a lot?
Well, I believe that CK Potato can probably keep getting away with this. Joss, however, is going to have to contend with France being next to him and probably deciding that, you know what, I'm going to be run out of free land soon. And Joss is going to start looking very appetizing when that happens.
Okay. So, Lemon, thank you so much. And we are going to go ahead and talk to our featured players. So thank you so much. Hello, Rome. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, so Rome, Egypt, as we were just actually looking at our scoreboard, and what are you planning to do? If you would like to tell us, or if you would like to keep it sneaky, what's your strategy?
We'll see if I can get it off. I've heard rumors that there's a bunch of people that want to kill me for some reason, because I've not really been that aggressive. I'm currently on the Palatinate. This is a dip of the hole I have dug myself in my own community. When I first started playing EU4, I was known as a chronic coper, right? I've been working on that and whatnot. So people love to kill me and get reactions out of me.
Oh, no.
In my community, in our community. It's fine. It's fun. It's all game.
So I sense a little bit of maybe frustration, some hostility. Do you think you'll go to war?
I'll probably end up at war with someone I don't want to be at war with, but it's all a game. It's all fun. It doesn't matter.
Oh, no. Well, we'll see what happens. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're going to go to Jess. Thank you so much, Rome, Egypt.
Hello.
Fresh our memory. Where are you playing tonight? I know that you're a prince, but what's your country?
Burgundy.
You have France right next door to you, right? Are you planning? So you're going to run out of room soon, correct?
Probably, yeah.
So is France looking real good to you right now?
Yeah, we have a secret planned device, so I'm not worried about France.
Oh, and I'm assuming since it's so secret, you don't want to tell us right now what that.
Yeah, it's gonna be really funny when it happens, so it's a secret.
I'm intrigued. So you and France might be buddies.
Yeah, that's why there has been no war, and it's something we have not hidden many times in chat.
Oh, now I'm intrigued to see what this is. I hope that it is nice and exciting.
Yeah, I heard Lemon Cake talk about how France was gonna kill me, but he does not know the full plan.
Oh, that is exciting. I can't wait. I hope that there is some drama here. All right. Thank you so much, Joss. We're going to go over to the casters, and good luck to you tonight. So two of my favorite casters. We're going to start with Ghibli tonight. Ghibli, did you just hear my conversation with Joss, and what do you think about that?
Honestly, I'm seeing some very scary alliances going on, and I'm not 100% up to date with all the player plans, so I'm curious to see how that all pans out. I am seeing a few very scary threats, so as far as Burgundy and France and things like that are concerned, it is looking pretty spooky on that side of the map.
And Chewy, as you were here last week, what did you think of what Joss's maybe secret plan is? Do you have any idea maybe what he might be planning?
I do know. I was told via the DMs, but I'm not gonna spoil it because I think it is gonna be quite spicy, and I think people are going to get a kick out of it. So we'll see. I think it's going to conflict with some of their points, though. So I think maybe it's a more of a short-term play, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not exactly sure.
I can't wait to get this started and to see all the drama. And I will be coming back to the studio to talk to both of you.
All right, let's do it. Lubeck has peaced out, and things are looking a little different here on the North German coast because Verdenne, who is a player, by the way, has become a vassal of Lubeck in that war. Will he be loyal? I don't know. So I think what I'm looking out for is Poland. I think Poland is going to be a sleeper pick because I think if they can get that Prussian march, they will be monstrous.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Like the Ottomans have been expanding, going through their mission tree, as has Poland and France. But I think of the despots, I think Poland is the one that I'm most eager to see them get into a fight with, because if he's going to lean into cavalry Poland, which he very well might, I think he will be a monster. We do have an emperor now in a player of Bohemia who is quite cheeky.
Well, we have some blue flames and a battle was just lost.
Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at what you're looking at here. Where we
starting off very strong.
Over here in Brunswick, by the looks of it. So, oh my goodness. Hold on. Take a look at this diplomatic mode, chat. Oh my gosh. So we've got the North versus South fight here with poor little Nuremberg caught in the fray. So that is no good. So I'm curious what this war is really over. It looks like Franconia had attacked Nuremberg with the help of the emperor. That is interesting. I wonder if he took a stab hit for that, being the emperor. I wonder who defended them, though. Maybe it looks like somebody was just trying. Oh, Nuremberg is part of the trade league for Lubeck.
Yeah,
they're trying to get that trade league caught up. Okay. Well, we'll see how things go with this, because Lubeck, they're just sitting back right now. It looks like he's actually reeling a bit from his previous war. Very low on the manpower, very rich in the coffers. So we'll see how things go with that. He's going with plutocratic ideas as his second idea group as well.
Ooh.
That is it's an interesting choice. I don't know how plutocratic is really going to do for him. It gives dev cost and a little bit of morale, but is that going to be worth it, you think?
I think it's pretty strong of an idea, especially if you're going for that economy sort of, try to build up.
Yeah, I just would not have necessarily thought that it would be the best, because I think Lubeck has made himself a bit of a pariah. I mean,
plutocratic has manpower recovery speed. It's got a lot of good stuff. There's another player war going on, though, that I think we should look at. It is the French Papal War of Honor.
Let's go ahead and switch over to your point of view there and see what that looks like. So we've got some player wars going on between France and the Pope man as well. And this is very one-sided as well, very lopsided rather.
Very lopsided. The Pope's not even paying for troops, so I'm curious to see if this is...
Might be a little bit of cheese going on at the moment here.
Yeah, it looks like a diplomatic cheesy war. It doesn't look like a real war. All right, then we go back and we focus on the real war. We are certainly seeing a lot more troops on the Franconia side here. But,
oh my gosh. Yeah, what is going on with this? And it doesn't look like Lubeck is really investing a whole lot into it. His subjects are down there, sieging down Bohemia, getting a bit there. But I don't know, man. So Paderborn is also... So the whole trade league is in this. So in terms of tags that are in the battle, there's quite a few of them. But who is contributing all of those forces? Bavaria and Bohemia are both massive, but it looks like Franconia and the Palatinate, they're no slouches. So, man, I'm curious what they're really going to go for in this war. Like, is this really just an annexation war? Because remember, they can still stab hit. I mean, that's a tough one, too. Now, Lubeck, he is just not engaging at all.
Right. That's what it's looking like. It's looking like they're sort of sitting back and letting Franconia take over Nuremberg.
Yeah.
Curious to see what Bavaria thinks about that.
Well,
since that's like one of their shared border provinces.
If we take a look at losses, Bavaria has actually taken the most losses of the entire run. So I'm curious if this very well may put Franconia and Bavaria at odds with each other. Are they allied currently? They are allied. Oh, this is quite the hug box here. Look at this. So yeah, we'll see exactly how things go with that. I believe Thuringia is a vassal of Bohemia. So the player map mode has very quickly filled in the HRE. So there's a lot of conquest going on, but it looks like one of the intentions of this war is to free Verdenne.
Yes. Liberation will come to Verdenne.
Liberation. Now let's take a look, because it looks like this is mostly just a standstill. There doesn't really seem to be a whole lot of stuff. I imagine that what they're trying to do is they're trying to utilize a subject or another nation to release Verdenne, because an AI nation is going to be much more willing to spit out their friend's subject than a player would be, right? But there's a bit of a standstill here. Let's take a look at what's going on over in Poland. A couple of national ideas, for example. We have quality in Poland, which is mildly terrifying. That definitely does not rule out any cavalry, 10% from cavalry on top of the 30% from the winged hussars. And then let's take a look at what the Ottomans are up to. They also went with quality. Pope Man went with quality as well. You guessed it. And what about Dalmatia? Defensive, changing it up.
Now, that's really smart for Dalmatia, especially if they're going to secure all of their little mountain entrances. Like I mentioned,
Fortress Italy.
It is -5 for mountain forts.
I think it's -4. I think it's basically
-4?
doubled. Yeah. I think it's it's -4 for mountains. Hills, I think, are -2. And then I think highlands are -3, if I recall correctly. It looks like France has a bit of a aggressive expansion. I'm not really sure what that war with the Pope was about, but they've peaced out in the meantime. And it looks like this war has also ended over here in Lubeck. And now Lubeck has immediately gone back to war, looking to take some of the Pomeranian coast. So that is a thing. And it looks like Verdenne is indeed free and is allied to the Emperor. He said, #never again. So good on Verdenne. He was a subject for a whole 7 months. He had high liberty desire anyways, right? But so yeah, I guess right now, let's take a look at how old the Emperor is, because he's 52. So we very well may see a new score around any time now. It actually looks like the Ottomans have gone to war with the Memluk, and they took a ton of land. They are now touching up with subject over here, their islet over in Tripoli. So we've got borders almost, we have like half of a Mare Nostrum for the Ottomans right now. But it's important to note that our islets do take a diplo slot in this mod. So they are not a free subject. So that's a big deal, because that's like one of the major things about them that makes them so strong. But now they actually do count towards that. So we will see here. Now, is Genoa just not in? Okay, so Genoa had dropped out from last week. Genoa was a player, and he is no longer a player.
Curious to see if are they coming back, or is it just a this week thing, because they were doing really well.
Yeah, so I think the intention is for him to come back next week. So I imagine that he's probably got a little bit of diplomatic protection, so to speak. Let's take a look here. There's quite a few wars still going on, but it looks like Lubeck actually separate pieced from that war. So now it's basically just a bunch of the miners from the trade league at war with Franconia and the rest of them. So it looks like basically all of these people are just at war with them. And then the Ottomans have just pieced out.
Right now, I'm sort of keeping my eye. I think actually Bavaria, Franconia, and Bohemia were probably, I'm not sure what their alliance situation is looking like over there or what their plans are, but I do think that we're going to start to see some strife happening, especially with Lubeck expanding into Pomerania and then Saxony kind of getting stuck. There's
full annexing Pomerania, by the way.
Yeah, the whole annex.
We also have a pirate republic, Riga, Rugen. But yeah, I would love to see some interesting internal conflicts here, because this power block in southern Germany it's big. It's really big. And I think that it's going to have to be contested, or they're just going to run away with it, right?
I would say so. I mean, really, it sort of depends on what their relationship is with Lubeck and the trade nodes. If they were to head west and all of them unified, France does not stand a chance. And in terms of France's allies, honestly, they are looking mostly full up on all dip slots with all of, their vassals and things like that. So I'm not really sure what France's diplomatic game is going to be moving forward. I think we are lucky that Iberia doesn't have any players.
Yeah, well, maybe, because if you look at Iberia right now, France is currently in a war with them for humiliation, aka they're farming mana off of them with show strength is what they're doing. So
Ottomans are attacking Cyprus right now. Lubeck is called in, assuming that they're not really actually joining it. It's probably just to not have to deny the call to arms.
Lubeck is at war with Ottomans right now, but it looks like they just attacked Cyprus, who is guaranteed by the Mamluks. Oh, it looks like Lubeck might be the defender of the faith.
That is exactly what it is. Yep.
So, and you cannot dishonor a call to arms with the defender of the faith. I think it was an emperor. They buffed it, so essentially, if you dishonor it, you lose, I think, 10 trust with all brothers and sisters in the faith. So it's like super punishing. But it's important that they maintain it because Lubeck is starving points from the princes / the bishops because they get points for having a defender of the faith, and especially they get more points that scale up depending on the tier. That's a big one. We also have another war. Speaking of, it looks like Lubeck has attacked Hamburg and has poked the emperor, attacking a free city. The absolute cojones on this Lubeck player, at war with the Mamluks or with the Ottomans rather, and attacking the emperor. He's really playing with fire, and I'm here for it. I'm very much here for it.
It's looking like the Emperor is just allowing all the wars to happen. I don't think that they're actually being involved. They're in 3 wars, just hanging out in the back lines. I think that that's just sort of a, you know, accept the call to arms, but don't actually do anything about it, which is good.
Yeah, it's a bit anticlimactic, but yeah, I mean, is it a battle worth fighting? You know, it's like, what would the emperor benefit from this? If he, being a prince, he would probably be benefiting by having more nations in the HRE, but a moment of weakness by going to war with Lubeck would open up his eastern flank there to a big scary Poland. So I haven't seen Poland pulling any wars so far, but I'm definitely looking forward to whenever he decides to flip that switch, so to speak. Okay, yeah, Lubeck has actually dropped innovative ideas and has decided to go with trade as their second idea. So plutocratic and trade now.
We've got a battle. The Emperor has joined.
Oh, we do. Oh yes, big battle up here in Hamburg.
Big battle.
And it is not going well. It is not going well for the Lubeckians. They are about to get destroyed. They also have rebels. So,
rebels.
They could easily get stack wiped here, and they got to be careful. Yep, it looks like Franconia is going in for that stack wipe, or not. We'll see. We'll see how things go here. Verdenne has won their siege over here in Bremen, and it looks like the Emperor said nay. Yeah, he's just sitting on Hamburg, and they are menacingly T-posing at the Lubeckians. So we'll see how things go with that. So
yeah, well, they're
lots of blue
safe
flames,
behind the Lubeck fort for zone of control.
Yeah, right. Their capital fort will project that zone of control. They have no morale. I wonder if they just took Miltech. It looks like they did. I think they just upgraded their regiments, so hopefully that'll give them a little bit of an edge there, because this is quite lopsided. I think that the Emperor, just on infantry alone, they're outnumbered 3-1. We'll see how things go with that. It looks like Poland and Bohemia have a royal marriage, though. So I'm curious how that's going to play out. If there's some shenanigans afoot over there, we'll see.
There are some shenanigans. I found out that Poland and France have a shadow alliance. So on paper, there's no alliance, but I guess because they're both despots and that they're kind of flanking the HRE.
I think
that's
they're kind of
spooky.
natural allies based on even if they didn't have any agreements. Yeah, it makes sense to me. I think they would probably want to cooperate. I would not want to fight a war against France and Poland, especially once Admin Tech 10 rolls around and they get that Prussian March. It's going to be like, dun 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 dun. I love it, though. I'm here for it. If Prussia can form, I want to see it. Oh, also look at Donauwörth here in southern Germany, a nice like neon green color. That is a rare tag right there, lads. Every free city is getting annexed right now, and the Emperor, Big Bad Rafi over here, the Emperor is doing literally nothing to help. So he definitely cares about the Empire, you can tell. Also, I'm really sad to see Albania get cut down like that. The Skander, bro, he didn't stand a chance. And it looks like the Ottomans are also now pushing over into AQ as well. Lots of, is Iraq a subject? Oh, Iraq is a big beefy subject for Ottomans as well. Ottomans are very scary. Let's take a look at the great powers. They are ahead of France by 120 development, and most of it is actually their own. A lot of France's development comes from subjects. They have a vassal Aragon.
That's delicious.
I think we knew that, and I think I forgot. I'm pretty sure I knew that. I'm pretty sure that Castile actually gobbled up Aragon and then was split between, like, Naples annexed a ton of land as well. Let's see, what else are we looking at here? This war with Lubeck and the Emperor is still very much a thing, but there's some big battle going on in Lubeck proper. A bit of reinforcements going on, and we'll see how things go. I don't think they have the numbers on their side, though.
Lubeck's got crazy morale.
Plutocratic ideas, but that 23 stack from
they just can't in terms of numbers.
Oh my gosh, these rebels that they have is absolutely just punishing as well.
That is very punishing. they're struggling in manpower. They've got their golden age going. They're down to 7k manpower. I don't know. From a money standpoint, they can't afford mercs right now.
How many loans do they have? They only have 2 loans, so they could take some burger loans, but
I mean, they can have 145 loans. If they really wanted to turn this into a big war, we could be seeing a crazy amount of debt. It looks like they don't want to go that route yet.
Do you think we're going to see
so
them get dismantled? Because this is a defensive war, so the Emperor is going to have to pay mana to have them spit out any subjects or anything like that. Let's actually take a look from Bohemia's point of view and see what they can do, because I'm pretty sure, it would be unjustified demands. Maybe they'll have them release Luneburg or something like that, but spending mana on that stuff sounds painful for the Emperor, right?
Yeah, spending mana to ensure that you have a path of expansion, though.
We have a new Emperor.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a new Emperor, which means we have a new score. So let's take a look here. So Lubeck is up to a whopping 610 points, still out in front, with the Ottomans actually catching up with 500 and Burgundy at 416. Saxony right behind them as well. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That Emperor died, and he was a good Emperor as well. Bohemia's leader is now only at 243. A little more painful.
Ooh.
But it looks like we were going to have Miss Lady Magnus joining in. She's been talking to some of the players, I reckon. What's going on?
Well, I don't know if you guys have seen it or noticed, but France actually vassalized the Pope in a fake war, which I thought was super interesting, because we're seeing, of course, all of these blue flames. So Lemon told us that with him vassalizing the Pope in this fake war, that he gets 5% discipline.
If he marched him, that's a big deal. He hasn't marched him yet, but I think he probably will.
So lots and lots of wars. I think Lemon was telling me as well that Lubeck was about to fall.
He's getting dogpiled pretty hard right now.
Yeah. Which I have to say, I'm not surprised with everything that was going on.
Nor am I. Yeah.
It's very tough in an MP, because if you don't secure your alliances, you need to really balance your growth, but then you need to make concessions so that other people can grow. And it's a tough act to kind of, walk that line. And last week, Lubeck was just gnarly. This expansion that they have, I would be scared. I would want to stop them myself if I was a player. So I get it.
Yeah,
and
I agree. I think that's spot on.
We're seeing a lot of action right now between Poland and Bohemia as well.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're royal married anymore. They were for a minute there. They're not. Well, it's because the Emperor had just died. So we very well may still see some alliance or some interactions, fill up. But we'll see how things go with that. Poland is up on the alliances as well. Poland and Bohemia both only have 1 slot left, so there's room.
Yeah, and
Burgundy is in a precarious situation, right? They're squeezed between the Empire and France, and it's kind of like you have to pick one. I don't think you can go on your own, right?
Well, it certainly
Burgundy's strong in the game, but
it certainly seems like Burgundy and France are maybe going to be besties. I mean, it would help him if France was his buddy to protect him from the HRE. So I'm interested to see what happens. I hope that we see it soon. So I'm gonna hand this back to you guys, and I will talk to you again soon.
Thank you for stopping in. Dalmatia has expanded well down all the way into the heel of the boot of Italy, and then they're currently beating up on Scanderbro. I'm curious, they're probably going to feed Herzegovina, who is their subject, if I had to guess. Feed them a little bit. Diversify your mana income or your mana expenditure.
Makes sense. France and Milan are currently in a war.
That's a little terrifying.
They are mobilizing, so I don't think that this is a fake war. I think that Milan is going to take it.
And the Emperor is in as well. So it's a French conquest of Avignon. And it looks like Milan joined. Oh, Avignon is a subject of Milan. Oh, okay. That's a big deal. But the Emperor helping them out. Let's see. Is the Emperor moving armies? Nope, not right now. Well, maybe. They're having some subjects, or some rebels of their own. Meanwhile, Lubeck is still getting destroyed up in the north. So we'll see how things go with that. If they're not getting occupied by rebels, they're getting occupied by the people that have made them out to be pariahs in the HRA. So I am definitely going to be curious about this war. There's a big battle going on over in Montferrat right now. And it looks like the French are absolutely destroying them.
It's so scary. Just tiny Milan fighting that big France. Curious to see, in terms of Milan's diplomatic situation, they don't have any. They don't have a friend. So
the Emperor is quote unquote with them in the war, but it doesn't look like the Emperor is actually helping. I think some people might feel a little burned by the fact that they have a big, strong Emperor who's contributing 0 armies to actually defending the Empire. But by the way, as part of the changes to this mod, attrition is capped at 10 rather than 5. So something to keep in mind, which is unrealistically punishing.
Yes, very punishing. Right now, Milan only has a few months left of this war. They're losing 100 ducats a month. They've taken out max loans.
What?
They've got 285 ducats left.
Hogatan, what are you doing?
Now or never. This is
This ain't
death
it,
war.
Chief. This ain't it. You're sabotaging yourself. My man, how many over his force limit is he? He's 50 units out of 16. So safe to say this is what you call a death war in multiplayer. He's taken the battle and he's got literally 0% chance.
Oh my goodness. Do you see this morale difference? 5.6 to 4.0. Is Milan behind in tech?
Yeah, they have the same Miltech.
Oof.
Maybe a little bit of an ill-fated attempt to come out on top of this. He's going to go bankrupt. He's going to lose that. And now the fact that he's probably going to bankrupt himself for this puts him in no position to negotiate in terms of peace. So he's probably going to end up having to unconditionally surrender.
And
he's going back in again with a whole 1.1 morale.
He's going, if I'm going down, I'm taking a little bit of your manpower with me.
I know it. He's going to try to make it. He's going to make him bleed. But don't worry. France has a little over 50,000 manpower left after his deficit is fulfilled. So
I'm being told that the Emperor is trying to talk the Southern Germans into death warring France at the
looks
moment.
like France might be getting a nice little coalition here.
We will see what happens.
Another war. So
I
Burgundy
think-
just attacked into the empire.
Yeah, this is not a good time. Milan has gone bankrupt.
No
it's
surprise
GG
there.
for Milan.
Bankruptcy is pretty challenging. I think that Bohemia, if he knows what's good for him, Bohemia is going to get out of this war with Lubeck ASAP, because this is a war that he has pushed against the French. So keep that in mind. He is intervening on the French war as a defensive alliance. So he's stuck in this war until Milan wants to get out, and he doesn't necessarily have to. He could peace out separately, but he was called in as a co-belligerent as well. So we'll see. The unconditional surrender has happened. Rip Milan. And, the war is over. I reckon he just transferred subject. Yep, he just transferred Avignon over to France. So
That's scary. Now, if you're Milan, you're weakened, you're bankrupt, do you look over to Dalmatia and just go, oh, zoink, Scoob, I'm in trouble?
they are not allies. Oh, he's also transferring trade power to France for BM. Oh, that's so sad. -3 stab as well. He's successfully nation ruined. And he's also looking to get a plutocratic coup here in a few years. So the thing is you gotta give Hogatan credit because he doesn't give up. So Bohemia, he's got his army standing up in Lüneburg. He's currently at war with Burgundy, who has attacked into the empire, but nothing happening. Meanwhile, Austria casually expanding over into Wallachia and Moldavia. Oh shoot! Look at these battles. That battle in Prague. The AI Let's actually take a look at Dalmatia's situation. Technology, they're doing really good. They're a little behind on Diplo, but doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. They're still continually working through their infrastructure ideas while maintaining being ahead of time on admin tech. So they're doing really, really good.
I would be very concerned of a very strong Dalmatia.
I would as well. I mean, just their morale buffs alone, like Dalmatia has deceivingly strong national ideas. Their morale of armies is 66% right now.
Oof.
That is insane. Oh, they've got the papal blessing as well. Needless to say, if they can send their men into the meat grinder, they will probably come out on top, if I had to guess. Oh, speaking of, big battle going on over in Istria between Hungary and Austria and Dalmatia, and they fled. Dalmatia wins. Okay.
Now, if you're the Poland player, do you also hop on the kill Austria trend? Maybe take a Transylvania vassal out of Hungary?
I mean, probably, yeah, but it looks like Poland isn't concerning himself with issues involving the HRA if he can just take literally all of Russia.
Poland's got Lithuanian pretender rebels.
I know, and he's like not
he's not paying for
responding.
his troops.
Yeah.
Questionable. That scares me.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm surprised that Lithuania isn't at least engaging them. It might just be that general.
If I was Poland, I would be jumping on this. I mean, there's a lot of expansion
Yeah.
with a weak Austria and a weak Hungary. Poland can just kind of...
I think that we may actually see a Slovakia subject as well, because you could very easily full annex Slovakia and have like a march with two, like a highlands fort and a mountains fort right here. Be a great bulwark against Poland. Burgundy and his subject of Friesland split up, and it looks like they actually just separate
Yep,
pieces.
they just pieced out. Yep.
Well, and one thing that's worth mentioning as well, Ghibli, is that over in Amsterdam, we have a imperial objective. And that imperial objective not being controlled by a prince in the HRE is going to lead to a deficit in points. That's one of their objectives. So we'll see how it goes. Though they are controlled by a prince, but the prince is controlled by a non-prince. Sweden has been laying low. He has not done anything today. Let's see here. He's working through his mission tree, probably just kind of waiting it out. A lot of the stuff with Sweden, you have to wait until later in the game anyways.
It's looking like Bohemia definitely wants to go into Hungary. Bavaria is expanding into Austria. I think what we're seeing from the occupations is that the borders have already been decided.
I think so as well. Come on, Bohemia. Where are they at right now? Oh, it's 2 separate wars, so that actually will... Okay.
And it kind of mitigates war score because they're actually cutting it in half, so you're not going to get 100% on either side. But again, you're not going to be able to take that many provinces.
Aside from some money, it probably won't affect the peace deal a whole lot. Oh, we have a Mecklenburg that was released as well. A Republic of Mecklenburg. There we go. We got a Slovakia subject being released shortly. Is he coring it? He's coring it. He's coring
it. Yeah.
The Mad Lad is coring it. Okay. Oh, he doesn't have this. He has strong duchies already, and he's only got 1 slot left. So maybe that's his thought process, is he'd rather have players. Sure, we do have multiple blue flames. One, I think, is a phony war between Trier and Bohemia. But I think that this war with over Switzerland might bear fruit. Bohemia's just got his armies posted up in Prague. Oh, right. Yes. Burgundy. He's in a war with the Emperor.
I think it's a fake war. I think they're going, it's part of the Switzerland expansion route. Looking at now, this war is a little tough. The Austria war, it's still Bavaria and Dalmatia, and Dalmatia is taking the coastline.
I think Dalmatia is going to get the Carniola state. Ottomans are going for that Indian trade company.
Yeah, that unfettered expansion from the Ottomans, I think, is going to be very spooky.
So France is doing their thing. Aside from that war with Milan, they've been very much minding their own business. And then we have more separatists popping over in Genoa. Oh my gosh, look at the border war in southern Hungary. This is bad. Oh, Dalmatia snaked so bad. They didn't even take the land over in Carniola as well. They're setting up defensive positions to prevent Poland from getting in. If I had to guess, that's what's going on.
He did release a Transylvania vassal, which is going to be good for reconquest for later.
Definitely. Bavaria also took all of Tyrol and released Styria, as I had mentioned. I feel like Sweden is not doing well. Oh, the poor guy. He is on admin tech 6. Okay. He doesn't even have a second idea group yet. And he also has a 053 leader. No advisors. By the way, let's take a look over at South America. How's the colonial game coming along?
Wait a minute. Is that...
Do you see what I see over here? Yeah, it's the Pope. Colonial Pope.
Colonial Pope.
Let's go.
Blessed.
Very blessed. Pope man bringing Catholicism to the people. We also have a colonial Phrygia as well over in the Oricino Delta. Things are getting a little interesting. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look. Poland, Bohemia. Oh, it's a big war too.
Yeah. Poland, Bohemia, Bavaria, Franconia, Thuringia. They
got to take that siege quick though. They got to take that siege real quick because that is a Highlands. That is a -3 if they get attacked.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No siege pips on that general either. Yikes. That's one of those ones you sit and you re-roll.
They have all 3 of their diplomats free. It looks like the Bavarians have engaged in battle, and we have the first battle of Lenice over here.
Look at those numbers.
Chat. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
With the -3 and everything.
They have 10 less discipline, but their morale is that much better.
Yep.
They're going to end up losing, but they are going to...
Those rolls were rough, though, on their end.
They just rolled a 6 to a 0.
Oh, actually, yeah.
5 to a 5. Oh my gosh, these casualties are wild. Oh my gosh, the Teutons leader died in the battle as well. So they had a no general army. Poor Poland. They tried so hard and they got so far.
And in the end, France got London.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? They did!
That's so blessed.
They took London.
This Poland HRE war might be going on for a while. I'm very curious to see. Poland is in their golden era.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to see some stuff. This war is going to have some pretty big implications, right? And we'll see you on the other side.
In the next episode of Imperial Ambitions.
Oh, they won!
There was a lot of zeros being rolled. I saw at least 3.
True. Poland has literally 20,000 cavalry more. Oh, are they going to make it in time?
Bavaria, he's doing it again. What are you doing, Bavaria?
Please. He hired his mercs and sent them off to die. Burgundy joined the empire. Since when? I thought he was too big to join.
Dalmatia, our sleeper agent, full just occupying Austria and Hungary, it appears, by themselves.
Make sure to subscribe for the next episode of Imperial Ambitions.